Now, paano naman itong modification of terms? Now, for modification of terms, accounting depends on the extent of modification. So, whether yan ba ay modified substantially or not modified substantially. Okay? So, meron ka diyang summary in our material. Okay? So, regarding how do we know kung modified substantially or not? So, ito yung 10% threshold. Okay? If the difference in cash flows, old and new, okay, is at least 10% of the original, okay, then accounted for yan as debt extinguishment. So, meaning, yung old liability paid already. Ang ipinangbayad, new liability. Okay, now, if the difference in the present value of the cash flows is less than 10%, then not modified substantially. So, not accounted for as debt extinguishment. Instead, catch up, okay, adjustment accounting. Okay, so yan yung 10% threshold. At least 10% different, modified substantially. Less than 10, not modified substantially. Okay, so number 18, gain on debt extinguishment. So let's see. So let's apply first the 10% test. Okay, so due to adverse economic circumstances and poor management, an entity has negotiated a restructuring of its 5 million note payable to bank. Okay, so the bank has agreed to reduce the face value of the note from 5 million reduced to 4 million. So ito na yung modification of terms. So nireduce yung principal, nireduce din yung rate. Original is 15, reduced to 10. Due date already, extended 3 years. So actually, meron ditong unpaid interest na 750 which is forgiven. Tax rate, ignore. Irrelevant yan. So before nga kasi, yung gain or loss on debt extinguishment considered as extraordinary. So pag extraordinary item before, pag nireport yan, net of applicable tax. So pero ngayon, wala na. Okay, wala nang extraordinary. So kaya kung may gain or loss man yan, part na ng ordinary. Okay, or continuing operations. Okay, so kaya ignore the tax rate. So first, let's see. Modified substantially, yes or no? 10% test. Okay, so CA of the old liability. This is actually the present value of the original cash flows. Original principal, 5 million. Original interest, okay, rather unpaid interest, 750. Total. So dapat yan naka-present value. So ang kino-compare dyan, present value ng original, present value ng revised or new. Okay? At dahil due date na yan, yan na din ang present value. Okay? So again dahil due na, period 0 na, anong factor na yan? 1. So present value of the original cash flows. So the CA of the liability. Okay? Now, to carry out the 10% test, compare natin yan doon sa present value of modified or new liability. So the revised cash flows, discount at what rate? The original effective rate. Okay, so of course, para comparable, okay, so we need to discount at 15%. Kasi itong original, effectively, na-discount siya at 15. Although hindi na nakita kasi period 0 na. Pero tapos yung new liability, dapat i-discount din at 15 para comparable sila. So at 15% using the original effective rate. Principal, the new principal, 4 million. Okay, the new interest, 4 million times 10%. Discount at 15%, 3 periods. So the modified cash flows discounted at the original effective rate, 3 periods. Total, So, ito yung original. Ito yung revised. Get the difference. The difference, i-divide natin siya ng original. So, difference in the present value of cash flows, divide by the original. So, that is, okay, 38%. So, at least 10, modified substantially. So, what does it mean? The old liability is considered extinguished. At anong pinambayad? New liability. Okay? So, for the 10% test, gagamitin yung original effective rate. Kaya lang, kung na-extinguish na yung old, magre-recognize na ng new liability. Eh ano bang requirement ng PFRS 9? So, how to measure financial liabilities initially? Fair value less transaction cost. So, okay? So, dito walang binanggit na transaction cost. So, kaya measured siya at what? Fair value. Okay? So, fair value of the new liability. Okay? So, again dahil na-extinguish yung old, mag-recognize ng new. Dapat yung new liability, measured yon at fair value. Unfortunately, hindi binigay sa problem yung fair value. Okay? Which is yung mga traditional problem ba? So traditional, hindi talaga nabibigay okay, yung fair value. So dahil hindi binigay ang fair value, ang magiging assumption natin, okay, ito na yung fair value. So yung cash flows discounted at the original effective rate. Although hindi dapat talaga yan yung fair value. So kaya lang, yun nga, hindi naman natin pwedeng gamitin yung 10 kasi clearly hindi yan yung fair value considering na debt restructuring yan. Okay? So again, dapat fair value yung new liability. Pero dahil hindi given, dyan sa number 18, so gamitin natin yung original rate. Okay? Ito yung cash flows discounted at the original rate, yan na yung fair value. So, ito yung CA ng old. Ito effectively yung pinangbayad. So, yung difference, considered as what? Gain. So, number 18, delta. So, gawa natin ng entry for emphasis. Yan. Journal entry. Okay, debit, the old note payable, 5 million. Debit, interest payable, 750. So, the old liability is extinguished. At ito na yung bago. Yan, ito na yung initial measurement kasi nga walang fair value. So, magkano yung new principal? 4 million. Ito yung initial CA. Get the difference. 4 million minus this one. Okay, again, pag yung maturity amount higher than initial amount, anong tawag natin? Discount. So, 4 million less the present value. So, discount. Credit the new note payable, 4 million. And then credit gain. Gain on debt extinguishment. Okay? So again in number 18, hindi binigay yung fair value. Kaya ang ginamit natin, present value of cash flows using the original effective rate. Okay? And after the debt restructuring, this is the CA. And this is the basis of interest, okay, year 2. Okay, so number 19, year 2, interest expense, previous CA times effective rate. So yun pa rin yung effective rate, 15%. So number 19, letter C. Okay, so again ang requirement ng PFRS 9, dapat naka-fair value Dapat naka-fair value initially itong financial liability. Pero dahil hindi nga binigay, ang ginamit natin yung present value ng cash flows using original effective rate. Now, number 20, given yung fair value. So, assume daw that the fair value of the new liability is this one. Yan ang dapat na okay, initial measurement. And based on that, actually, magko-compute ng bagong effective rate. So, mabuti na lang given. So, that's 12%. Now, same pa rin ang procedures. Kahit na ibigay ito, magte 10% test pa rin. So, bali yung 10% test, gagawin yan to determine kung paanong accounting. Debt extinguishment ba or catch-up adjustment? Okay? So, modified ba substantially or not? So, gagawin pa rin itong 10% test. And based on the 10% test, modified substantially. Kaya accounted for siya as debt extinguishment. Kaya lang, pag magko-compute na ng gain or loss, hindi na ito yung gagamitin. Instead, fair value. So, eto na yung magiging liability after debt restructuring. Kasi nga dapat naka-fair value initially ang liability. Bayad na yung old. So, ito na dapat. So, gawa natin ang entry. Okay? Debit the old note payable. 5 million. So, ganun pa rin. Extinguish pa rin. Debit interest payable. Pero dahil ito na yung magiging measurement initially, okay, mag-iiba yung discount. So, 4 million. Okay, 4 million maturity amount less initial CA. So, yung present, yung fair value niya. So, 4 million less this one, yan na yung discount. Credit the new note payable at face value. Okay, tapos ang i-compare na ngayon, this one, ito yung CA ng old liability minus yung fair value of new liability. So, effectively nga, ang ipinangbayad sa old liability, yung new liability at fair value. So, CA of old minus yung fair value of new, the difference, gain on debt extinguishment. So, again, gagawin pa rin to ha. Pero pag magko-compute na ng gain or loss, hindi na ito yung basis. Ito na, yung fair value na. So, number 20, letter C. Okay, so again, ang requirement nga kasi ng PFRS 9 dapat naka-fair value ang liability, financial liability. Kaya sa pag-compute ng gain or loss, dapat carrying amount less fair value of financial liability, new liability. So if this is the CA after debt restructuring, yan na ang basis ng interest year 2. Okay, so CA previously times, hindi nga lang 15% na, so gagamitin na based on the fair value, 12%. At kung hindi given yung 12% na yan, ayun, medyo matrabaho, mag-interpolate ka dyan. So, kukompute mo yung effective rate. So, in this case, yung effective equal dun sa market rate na ginamit sa pag-compute ng fair value. So, 21, bravo. Again, kung hindi given yan, katulad doon sa number 18 and 19, so ang ginamit natin, this one. Etong gagamitin as if na fair value niya. Pero kung given yung fair value, dapat fair value. Pero bago natin i-compare yung CA and fair value, check muna yung, okay, do the 10% test. I-check muna kung modified substantially or not.